set the scene. It's 2 in the afternoon and 34 degrees. The Queensland harsh summer heat had me sweating buckets up and down my street. As there I spied the bloke, perched atop of his milk crate throne. He eyed me off as I approached, and then he said, "I'm on smoko, so leave me alone. I'm on smoko, so leave me alone. I'm on smoko, so leave me alone. I'm on smoko, so leave me alone."
Digital gramophone makes no sense.
Hey guys, it's John. Just wanted to do a another recent pickups video. This kind of wraps up a lot of purchases that I've made back starting at March up until through June. Yeah, I've got a couple of pre-orders that I made, still coming later into the year, but this was kind of, some of these I purchased like in April, a couple in May, and I've just been holding on to them because I've kind of been wanting to spread out a lot of the records that I've been buying since pandemic started. It's been a bit of a, it took hold of me. The addiction took hold of me here in the first half of the year. But I'm taking a break. So anyway, I just thought I'd go through some of the ones that I've picked up here. First one being Population 2, Randy Holden. This is the, and it's signed by Randy Holden. This is one of the limited 200 presses, a Noble Records exclusive. This is a record that I've seen Dylan talk about a few times over the last couple of years. It's one that I've always kind of been curious about, and I've sampled tracks from on like YouTube and stuff. But this is obviously the those of you that follow Dylan, you know the story behind this, but this is the sanctioned mix by Randy, and so I don't know, I just wanted to jump on it. Like, not disappointed at all. This album crushes. It's really cool. You can definitely hear kind of the early beginnings of doom going on in this. Yeah, it's heavy and it's really, really good. So I'm happy to pick that up. Here's the nice, brilliant yellow. My only minor complaint is that kind of misalignment with the, but it's you know, it's just the off-center label. But I don't know, when you get limited, you kind of want, I don't know. But I'm happy to have it. It sounds good. Granted, I don't have anything else to compare it to, really. But it sounds really cool to me. Picked up another Zamrock album. This is a Ngazi Family release, Heavy Connection. Love that album artwork. Super cool. This is a German press. I cannot remember the label that reissued it. I will put it down below once I look it up after. But anyway, this was from 1975, I believe. This is a really quality press. This really thick cardboard sleeve. It's not tip-on, but it's quality weight sleeve. I love that. The record is 180 gram, and it sounds great. You kind of have to crank it a good bit to really get the full effects of this album. Has a really nice insert with a write-up on the band and those kind of those latter 70s years of their career. Their concerts would get kind of violent. There was a lot of civil unrest at a lot of their concerts, and it's just really interesting to hear the stories kind of behind that. But yeah, this is great. Anything by this band, I'm convinced, is going to be good if I could find it. But yeah, this was a German press, and I found it from a U.S. seller on Discogs. I think it was like 17, 18 bucks. Brand new, sealed. So yeah, definitely worth picking up. This is one that I ordered from across the border in Canada. It's called Marijata. This was the first reissue of this album. It was reissued by Academy LPs. I can't remember where Academy is out of, but this is funk from Ghana, pretty much. Just straight up funk from Ghana. 1976 was originally released. This was recorded at a TV studio, and they mention that this album was recorded live at the Ghana Film Studio, basically a television soundstage, and was put to tape very hot, resulting in slight levels of distortion. This is an essential part of their original recording, and so they didn't remaster that at all. That's on this little insert for the album. This was a pretty limited reissue of this album and fairly highly sought after. So even paying the shipping from Canada, this was I think 45 bucks. So that was a good deal, because if you look this up online, it goes, even that reissue goes for $50-$60. So I was stoked to pick that up. This is phenomenal funk. Yeah, this is really, really good stuff.
It's permanent. The condition. No! No!
So on Instagram about a month or so ago, I had posted an album by Veronica Falls, and it was their first album from 2011. And a guy that follows me on Instagram who's in the UK, I can't remember his name, channel name, or his page name off the top of my mind, but I'll put it down here. I'll look it up later. But he chimed in and was like, yeah, I love Veronica Falls, love that album. And I told him I wasn't really into the second one as much. And he said, check out these other bands that some of the members of Veronica Falls went on to start. One of those guys started a band called Ultimate Painting with a guy named Jack Cooper, who was also in Mazes. And that led me to checking out Modern Nature. And this is their first full length. It's called How to Live. Modern Nature, this first LP was Jack Cooper again from Ultimate Painting and Mazes, with Will Young, who was in the band Beak. What was the other band that he was in? I can't remember. Anyway, it's pretty much the project of those two guys. There's also Jeff Tobias is on this, and he plays saxophone on this album. Jeff Tobias is We versus a Shark. Is that right? Dave, my buddy Dave at Local Bandography, recently picked up that album and said it's like one of his favorites. So Jeff Tobias from that band plays sax on this. This is a really crazy inventive mix, in my opinion, of there's some psychedelia in here. There's some flourishes of crowd rock. It's definitely art rock. It's got some kind of free-form-ish jazz playing in here from the sax. It's very, very cool. It's also very, very chill. In a lot of ways, and their most recent release came out this year. This is Annual. Now, Will Young is not on this one. It's fully Jack Cooper's project at this now. And Jeff Tobias was really kind of like his main collaborator for this album. This is kind of a mini album. It's only like 6 tracks. And it's really short. It only clocks in at about 20 minutes. But it's really, really good, just as good. I think I prefer How to Live more, but this one is really solid. It's even more chill and more sparse. It really kind of reminds me of Talk, you know? Spirit of Eden, Laughing Stock, Talk. It really kind of reminds me of that. Not exactly in its sound, but in its approach. It's a very subtle approach. But I'm a fan of this band. I really like this Modern Nature, and my buddy Sam has shown records from Ultimate Painting before, and I really need to check their stuff out. Even though I know it's quite different from this, I think it. You know, he seems to like. Sam likes it a lot, and if Sam likes it, it's good. So, in most cases, the douchier the better.
There's time in the sun when it's light. The whiteness makes you numb. It's gone, and you left your footsteps. There's time in the sun when it's light. The whiteness makes you numb, and it's gone, and you left with hum, the sound of footsteps.
The last one, I never show these. This is a 7-inch. This is a 7-inch EP by the band Ducks Unlimited. I hate that band name. But I heard a song by this band in a mix, a playlist that I was listening to streaming, and I was like, I gotta pick this up. It sounded really, really good. It's kind of jangle pop, kind of more kind of go-betweens influenced jangle pop. This is a 7-inch EP, 4 songs, called Get Bleak. Ducks Unlimited is a group out of Toronto. This is, if you like jangle pop, if you like that kind of sound, if you like, if you're into the more recent rolling blackouts stuff, if you're into, and by recent I just mean the recent band Rolling Blackouts, if you're into real estate, I think you might really dig this. This is a really cool 4-song EP. keeping my eye out for a full length from those guys.
I expected to react to your latest disappearing act. It's not new and I'm past the point of caring, but I do. Get free. Get free.
Hope everybody's doing well. Crazy times, guys. North Carolina is getting nuts. I was shocked. I saw a list, and Arizona is #1 hotbed for coronavirus in the world, the entire world. This was a list of states and countries. Arizona was #1. South Carolina, just below me, was #3. And North Carolina was #25. I was kind of shocked by that. But we didn't open up as much as some of the other states around us. But it's got me, it's weird. We're like 4.5 months into this. At least from the United States perspective, we're 4.5 months into this. And I'm like more nervous than I've ever been about it. And I'm kind of pissed off because I've like been sitting at home all this time for nothing, because nothing is getting better because of idiots that just won't fucking wear a mask. Wear a goddamn mask. How hard is that? Sign of control, my ass. Anyway, guys, be safe, be smart, be mindful of others. Yeah, we are the laughing stock of the world right now. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Take care.